right, we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Rakaya Gibson, the owner of the Food Temptress Cookbook Store, and we are having another author talk, but this time it's with Chef Rondeno,
Rondeno. That's
Rondeno,
it.
who is the author of My Creole-Cali Kitchen, Louisiana Roots with California Flavors. He has worked under award-winning chefs across multiple cities, and he currently resides in Los Angeles. Let's see that beautiful book here.
Yeah, you
Look at that
got to see it,
beautiful
right?
book.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes. So let's jump right into this discussion because we are happy to have you, Chef. So welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So I always like to start out with asking authors to share one of your fondest memories around food growing up in the metro New Orleans area.
Well, I think one of the memories, I think you always take it with you wherever you go because it tailors to where you are now is, cooking with family, family 7 get-togethers. Grandfather was always at the helm, cooking whatever it is for the day. Normally depends on the season. It could be gumbo, it could be Thanksgiving, it could be holiday food, it could be, or even Sunday dinner, whatever came about that really brought family together, you know. So that is always a fond memory because you take those flavors wherever you go, whether I'm in Atlanta, New York, now I'm in LA, I've been able to take all those flavors with me to really accentuate and really expand the style of food that I cook.
Okay. And did I hear you say, and I think I read that you learned a few techniques from your grandfather?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So, I think, this was back in the day. No DoorDash, no Grubhub. Your grandparents they were your daycare, so they, in order to keep you occupied, they kept you occupied. Sometime in the kitchen, sometime doing other things, but in the kitchen doing odds and ends of the simple things, um, green beans, snap peas, shucking corn. So those little tidbits you kind of take a long way with you. Then you got to be able to, as you get older, you're able to watch them cook and kind of learn different techniques on how to cook certain dishes.
Okay. And so why did you decide to become a chef?
I became a chef because I love food. I love food. I think growing up, it was always it wasn't outward, because I think I wanted to go to college for engineering, which surprises a lot of people because I tie cooking and engineering, but they can both, in some sort of crazy way, tied together. But I think when I started college with engineering, and wasn't really satisfied with it. I knew that cooking was the end all be all for what I wanted to do with my life. So as I grew, as I became more passionate in the body, begin to discover different things, different cuisines all around the world, not just Cajun Creole, but okay, there's a lot of different things that tie to what Cajun Creole has become. And as you begin to learn those, your passion increases on a daily basis.
Okay. And so who are some of the chefs that you worked under?
To start, the late great Jamie Shannon. He was when I was at Commander's Palace. He was there. Then I moved on to work with James Beard chef Ann Kearney. I think she's in Florida now. And I moved on to Emerald Lagasse. So, within the energy of what you saw on the TV show, you had the energy of that in the restaurant. Then other James Beard chefs, Sue Zimmernick, Matthias Wolf, Anton Schulte, Mike Blindstein. So then after that, I switched over to the private chef world and started cooking in LA, started cooking for Will Smith, a lot of different celebrities out here. So that's what Taylor's, I was able to bring all that and tie all that together.
Okay. And so who was your favorite chef to work under? Put you on the
That's a
spot.
controversial question.
I know. Okay. Let's just say, who did you admire the most and why? Another controversial one, but
well, I could say this: they all had different styles. You know, you look at Ann Kearney. She taught you, fine tuning, perfection, detail, and that's what I really appreciate about her. Then you look at Emerald. His food was like his personality. Loud, flavorful, bold. Things like that. But I mean, detail was in it, but it was at a larger scale. So then chefs along the way, you kind of learn, you kind of pick up on their passions, their styles, and their flavors. So it's still tough to say.
That's okay. I won't pressure you.
I can't say that.
So how did you end up in LA?
So during the 2008 recession, I was living in Atlanta, and that's where Emerald's working at Emerald. So that's where that restaurant closed. I went to New York for a summer, just kind of cooked out there for a little bit, then came back to Atlanta. It was still the same. Can't find a job. You qualified, but can't find a job. I guess with corporations shutting down, no one's hiring. So began to put my resume out there all over the place. Whether it was a restaurant, whether you transitioned to the private chef world. So that's where I happened to put my resume out, sitting out to Los Angeles, not knowing that it was someone I went to school with, put the ad out, and it happened to be for Will Smith. So that's what brought me to LA.
Okay. So if it wasn't for Hurricane Katrina, would you have made the move to Atlanta and then LA? Or would you still have place in New Orleans?
Not me, Katrina or not. I think I still wanted to move. I still wanted to plant grounds in somewhere. I think initially I wanted to be in New York, like just full time.
Okay. All right.
But things work out to where you are where you're supposed to be. So I appreciate where I'm at now, what I'm producing now. So I have no choice but to appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you say you were a private chef now in LA?
Personal. So
chef?
I think more on the traveling side of things.
Okay.
To travel to different cities. I just came back from Augusta, Georgia for the Masters. So
wow, really?
Just cooked there.
Oh, what did you cook, chef?
We brought it back home. Brought it back home to the Southern roots. So.
And what was that?
Brought it back home to my Southern roots.
So what did you cook?
So, of course, fried chicken. Fried chicken is one of them. Fried chicken, pork chops, a lot of barbecue, a lot of pulled pork.
Okay.
So those facets, my group, they're meat lovers. So we definitely have filet. We definitely had, barbecue tenderloin, like a smoked coffee barbecue tenderloin. So those things really make me happy because it's making them happy. But these are type of foods that they love.
All right. So let's switch a little bit to this book that we talked about in the beginning. So why was it important for you to write this book?
I think it was important for me to write my Creole-Cali Kitchen to really put a stamp on my journey. My journey. I could say my journey thus far. Cooking for a number of years. You're able to jump in different regions and kind of bring that Creole style to that region and really create something new, something different. Whether I'm in Atlanta, which is more you pushing more low country cuisine between Atlanta and the Carolinas, then you jump up north for a bit. You still can put your stamp in there. Now you're on the West Coast. West Coast considered, I guess, healthy, but you have Asian cuisine, you have Italian, you have tons of Mexican cuisine, farm to table, tons of farm to table because of the great agriculture out here. So now you bring in that Creole spotlight to that and creating something new to where you're showing them that okay, everything's not gumbo and etouffee and jambalaya. You
Right.
know, we're just as creative as you, but our food is flavorful, more flavorful. So that's what the Creole-Cali Cookbook came about.
Okay. So in this book, what is your signature dish that we should try?
Whew, that's a tough one.
I know. Give us just one. I know you have a few babies that you love, but
One of the babies I love is the lobster cappuccino.
okay.
So that became a signature through a dinner party to where the host wanted something different, but they wanted lobster. So it happened on a whim to where I was able to look at creating lobster bisque, but I want to insinuate a in the form of a cappuccino.
I love it. I love that
Yeah.
it's sitting in the cup. Uh,
Yes.
and did you guys see that? See it? You can see it right here where when you're digging in, all the lusciousness when you're digging in the cup. And it
It's
just so happened I happened to go to that recipe when I opened it. So I don't, it's not planned. We didn't do this. We
it's
did
meant to
not do
be.
this.
But I think with in the form of okay, we go to many coffee shops. We have many cappuccinos, and I want to highlight that savory meringue instead of like a cinnamon or cocoa dust. You want to hit a fresh black truffle. So something totally different. When we presented that, it blew their minds away. One guest, she, she had me laughing because she was just like, "Oh, are we having dessert first?" It's like, "Oh no, you about to be surprised."
Good.
So, and that was the start of a great dinner.
Lovely, lovely. Now, I must say, so I thought this book was creative, impressive. Really, I'm thinking about, when you really want a book to kind of impress your friends, I'm going to reach for this book, right?
Yeah,
And then one
yeah,
of the things I also liked was that you were willing to break the norm on certain dishes. So, for
yeah,
instance, you talk about the mini muffalata, which is
yes,
like a New Orleans sandwich, but you use brioche bread instead of Italian bread. And I
yeah.
like that about chefs because then as a cook, I feel comfortable knowing that if I don't have Italian bread, it's okay to use something
It's
else, right?
okay,
Right.
right?
So, and you do that a few times in the book. Why was that a thing for you? Because some people are very strict about making things and serving it to people in
Yeah.
the correct form.
Well, I mean, I think to me that's a form of cooking. You have to be willing to go exceedingly. You have to be willing to break the norm. Granted, a muffalata that's normally Italian bread, Italian loaf. We know that. I know that. But um, use the thing is use what you have. Sometime we're not going to have the Italian loaf. It depends on what region you are in. That eclectic Italian loaf that we're accustomed to. You may have a brioche. You may have a sourdough. You may have a ciabatta. Don't be afraid to use those items to really create that type of sandwich that you look for.
Mhm. And if you don't mind, Chef, please tell our viewers what a muffalata is.
So a muffalata is an Italian sandwich. Definitely, started by the Sicilians. coming to Louisiana. It's mortadella, different salamis, Swiss cheese, provolone. It's made with Italian salad, olives. It could be pickled vegetables in there, parsley, green onions, and normally Italian loaf. Normally,
Right.
but it's always controversy to where some like it hot, some like it cold. I like it
Mhm.
hot. That's just my thing. I like the cheese melted and really um, the brine within the salad kind of really brings everything out versus versus having a cold cut sandwich.
So there's the muffalata.
Yeah, that's the muffalata.
Are you guys hungry yet? I see Andre's in here. He said he's hungry. We're gonna make you hungrier.
Now I know the other one, which is another one, was the Creole matzo ball soup.
Ah,
That's a different take. Different take. I mean, the Creole matzo ball could be like chicken soup with matzo balls in it, but this version we take some flavor and put a lot of flavor into it. So I don't know how the Jewish community would take that.
yes, yes. And another thing you did, which may be taboo, you used sweet potatoes to make the sweet potato latkes.
Yes.
I thought it was great because I loved them, but I never thought about using the sweet potato opposed to a white potato.
First to right. So you
Again,
can
another
go,
example
that's
of
it. Yes.
I love it. I love
Yes.
it. So
But
another thing that I'm sorry, you were gonna say
no,
something?
it's the willingness to challenge yourself, especially like during the pandemic, everyone was home, everyone had ingredients. You're home all day. You have
Mhm.
time. Just challenge yourself and really cook something different.
Hmm. For sure. And you definitely, I think for this book, I would definitely need to set time aside to really go through the book, pick a recipe, and then really take my time with the recipe, right? Because we
Correct.
like to
Correct.
rush a lot, but I think if I take my time, I'll create something really impressive. So I'm excited about that. The other thing that I liked about this book, um, that your recipe titles were a little long, but you explained what they were. So, for example, you did whipped ricotta, confit, pickled peaches, and balsamic. So, why most of your recipes are really long, but it tells me what I'm getting into. Like it literally tells me what I'm getting
And
into.
well, that's one. That's one. I mean, I think we're visuals as people. We look at a recipe, and I've seen many people in cookbook stores or just bookstores in general do this. They'll look at a recipe. If it's not what they think it should be, or they'll just flip the page.
Right.
So, but if I describe it the way you should see it, okay, it brings you in. So my goal is to really bring you in. The whipped ricotta, the pickled peaches, the duck confit. Those three, but just by itself, you could have kept that, but let's add balsamic to it.
Right.
So kind of add that extra additive to really kind of bring you in to read the recipe. It may consider trying it out.
Good. I don't think I've seen that in any cookbooks that I've seen so far.
Hmm.
So I love that. And you kind of know what you're getting into.
Hmm.
And if you like, to me, I thought if I like two or three of the ingredients, I might try it too, right? Like, or
Right.
if you like one of the ingredients, you may not, but all the other ones you will. So that's
Exactly.
good. So I must say some of my favorites. You can tell me some of your favorites, but some of my favorites that I have pinpoint in my book, in this lovely book, lamb croquettes. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to make lamb croquettes. Where did you get that from?
So that dish, I used to cook for Kevin Durant. That dish was created at his house. That's how that dish
Really?
started. Yeah, so I wanted to, take something different, do something with lamb shoulder. So we took lamb shoulder, braised that, and let it cool. Give him something different because versus the norm, I know he's a seafood guy because he's from DMV. So give him something a little different with the lamb croquettes because I want the texture of still get that meaty texture versus the ground lamb. So we braised the lamb, whipped it in the KitchenAid. So it's not over whipped, but it still has some texture to it. Breaded it in panko breadcrumbs and fried it off. And served that with whipped sweet potatoes and lentils. And we use some of the lamb stock to make a sauce out of that.
Man, oh man, are you guys hungry yet? Are you leaving this live and going to cook yet? Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, crawfish enchiladas. I love enchiladas. I love crawfish, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to make these this weekend.
Yes.
Where did this come from? Your mind is amazing. Where did it come from?
So crawfish enchiladas has been around for a long time.
Really? What happened?
Yeah, even in New Orleans, it's been around.
Really?
But nobody told you. It was hiding from you. So different variations of it. Even when I was working at Embers in Atlanta, they had it. But they did it with a poblano salsa or tomatillo salsa, should I say. And that was their version. So when I moved to LA, I really got to be in tune with Mexican cuisine, learn more and more about it, learn different ingredients to where, okay, let's remake this dish. Let's do it my way. And that's where this enchilada sauce came about. So it's robust, smoky. It goes well with the crawfish, and the cotija cheese just really brightens it up.
Man, I can't wait to try that. And we had a comment from Andre. Andre said, I'm straining to see here. You have to come to coastal Virginia and host a dinner. All of these dishes sound great.
Tell it. Hey, let's put a date together.
Let's do it, Andre. Andre means it. When Andre says it, he's down. He's down for sure. So the last one I'll mention, the Bloody Mary sorbet.
Yes. So here's the thing about that. The Bloody Mary sorbet. It was my introduction to LA. I did that was my first LA pop up. New Orleans pop up in LA. So I'm rolling up. People expecting traditional cuisines, etouffee, jambalaya, those type dishes, and so you really have to show them. Okay, this is where I come from. This is the way my mind works. So I was shopping. I saw a Himalayan slab, so I wanted to do a play on the Himalayan slab. So that's where the Bloody Mary sorbet came about. So and we just shoved raw oysters. Set it right on top. It's still chilling because you're sitting on top of a sorbet. You have pickled shallots, and we took the celery leaves and just deep fried it for a second till they're crispy, and just garnished it with that.
All right, chef. All right, fine.
And I can bring that dish to Virginia because Virginia has great oysters.
Okay. You heard it. You heard it here. People.
You heard that.
Yes, we're gonna set this up. We're gonna set this up. Don't fret, people. There are other recipes, the traditional recipes, right? You also include some traditional, your chicken and sausage gumbo, your jambalaya, and of course your beignets, right?
You have your beignets. Yes. Then you have your chicken livers. You have your shrimp and grits, but that's the barbecue shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
When I saw that, I'm like, yes, another great. Because I like barbecue shrimp in New Orleans. I haven't found that I liked it anywhere else. To put it with some great grits, man, I can't wait, man.
Bananas.
And let me just go back just to show you guys these lamb croquettes. Are y'all ready?
Those lamb croquettes were crazy.
All right, chef. So, who would you say this cookbook is for?
I would say it's for everyone. Um, it's it's for the beginner looking to really looking to advance themselves, even though they can take some beginning techniques. Because if you look towards the back, there's some basics. We talk about how to make stocks, talking about how to make vinaigrettes, talking about how to make mayonnaise. So some of those basics, if they're not unsure about that, they can refer to that and really learn how to really build the dish up and really create the dish. Then you look at the intermediate folks, you know, that's been cooking for a while, for a long time, should I say, but want to try something different. Want to try different flavors, different techniques. These are for these folks as well.
Okay. All right. And what if people look at your book and they're like, I'm a little bit intimidated? How do they overcome that?
Um, well, if they read the recipe twice, as you'll find that in the book. Read the recipe twice, understand the recipe. You'll find that the recipe was written for you to understand it. Each step is easy for even ones that are intimidated or seem to be intimidated, that they can understand it.
Okay.
So I think it's tailored towards everyone. Some recipes take longer than others, such as the short ribs or the jerk oxtails. So those dishes, obviously, they would take longer than others, but there's a lot of dishes in there that everyone can do.
Okay. And when you said short ribs, did you mean the short rib ravioli, or you have another recipe for short ribs?
Well, I had the short rib ravioli. That'll take
Ooh,
time,
yes.
but we also have the smoked short ribs that you
Okay.
can do in the smoker.
All right.
Yes.
Whew. All right, people. So, what's next for you besides coming to Virginia? What's next?
What's next is actually working on cookbook number 2.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, we're excited. Any projections on when we should expect that one?
No projections yet.
Okay.
I could definitely keep you posted, but I'm just starting into like phase 1 of starting to write it.
Okay.
But some totally different ideas.
Okay.
We're gonna have people reaching for different ingredients around you. But I think the goal is to, just like this book, get people to use everything that they have on hand. You
Okay.
know, uh, use what you have on hand, use the products you have on hand, and just rotate it and just always cook fresh.
Yes, I was going to say that. That was one of the things you emphasized in your book, is to, you know, cook seasonally, right? If
Yes,
you can. I know sometimes it could be difficult, but look
yes,
at what's
yes.
in season and create from there. All right. So, how can people get your book?
So there's one of the ways they can get it. We have the Food Temptress bookstore.
Thank you.
That's one of, please support.
Yes.
But there's also various bookstores out there. It's been published by Agate Publishing. You get through them.
Can we get these from your website and autographed?
You can send me an email and we can arrange that so I can get it sent
Okay.
out to you, autographed.
Okay. So anybody could do that, right? They could reach out to you.
Anybody.
Okay. So tell us how they can reach you.
So they can reach me on info@rondenoculinarydesigns.com,
Okay.
or you can reach me on Instagram at NolaChef212.
Say it slow for the slow people.
at NolaChef212. That's my main Instagram page.
Chef 212. Pardon me, shouldn't say it slow. I should say for the people, slow as in slow to write it down. Like
Say it for the
myself.
people in the back.
Yes, yes. For the people who, doesn't register
um,
very quickly. Okay. So Nola Chef
NolaChef212.
212 on
Yeah.
Instagram. You're on Facebook under the same.
I'm on Facebook under Rondeno Spice Collection, or just Ryan Rondeno. You can
Okay.
send me a message.
All right. And since you mentioned the spices, tell us a little bit about your spices before we go.
So the spices they go hand in hand with a lot of the recipes. The Nolo Creole, that's number one. Then you can go to the smoked coffee. These spices you can find on my website,
Okay.
which you can order. The
And
citrus
what's
herb
the
rub.
website?
The website is RondenoCulinaryDesigns.com.
Okay.
You go to my shop page. There's a mix and match, so you can pick any spice that you want. Whether even if you want to double up, you can double up. So the smoked coffee rub, the Caribbean jerk, Louisiana gumbo rub, the ancho chili barbecue rub, citrus herb, and the Nola Creole.
Okay. Wonderful. And so people can purchase those seasonings, or they could improvise or substitute for the rest
Yeah.
for those. Okay. Good.
Yes.
Just in case they can't.
Yes.
They
You
can.
can improvise as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have a favorite Creole spice, hey, you can improvise as well too.
Okay. Good. So thank you so much, everyone. This is my Creole-Cali
Okay.
Kitchen. A little tongue twister. A little. Thank you, Chef Ryan, for visiting us today. We're looking forward to seeing you in Virginia.
Thank you.
Until next time, everybody, have a good night. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.